I just hit the horn and it's still on fart mode. I gotta do it one more time and see if you guys can hear it. Hey, good morning, everybody. It is February the 2nd. It is a Wednesday, and we have quite the list of things to do this week to get ready to try and even make it out to sick week for Tom Bailey's new kind of like a Rocky Mountain Race Week, but out in Florida. And I have been requested to bring the Tesla. I want to bring the Tesla. The Tesla has been quite the nightmare as of late to get this thing on the road. I don't know if you've seen the videos yet, if we've dropped those yet, of like our struggles with Tesla yet, or you're just going to see some of like kind of what I'm doing right now. I don't know what sequence this video will be shot in and dropped in. So right now I just kind of want to show you what I'm dealing with and what I'm up to this morning. I have quite a few things going on today. I have the toter here. I got the Doug's new truck over there. I got my truck that they brought back from Michigan. I let them borrow it, the side-by-side blog, and I have the dragster down there that is kind of street legal, but not really. So that's not really an option for sick week either, and it's not even registered. I don't have title. I'm a mess. I got my Lambo in front of my neighbor's house. I just got my Audi back from Dyno Comp up in Scottsdale. They just tuned it. You guys don't even know anything about that. I also have the Razor over here that they just brought to me from Michigan, and we were just out of the dunes with it. That thing's incredible. The Viper's just out because we were playing with it, and this fat bitch right here. Wow, guys, I have had really, like I said, a struggle with Tesla, and they are something that you guys have never really experienced if you don't own this, or if you ever had any issues or anything. Yeah, I created all my issues. I drove it underwater. That's not a problem. I will pay for every single thing that I need to fix or whatever I got to do. But what they're up to right now is pretty crazy. So they're basically saying that they saw the video, and I'm paraphrasing here, that is now banned from superchargers, and I need to go get it inspected to make sure that it's not a danger and a hazard and is going to kill their techs. So they didn't even work on it. But now it is back to kind of normal. It's running like how it's been when I did all my race week type stuff with it before, and it's not normal, guys. It's very glitchy. It's got a lot of issues. It doesn't want to software update. It has no regen, so my mileage is terrible. I just got a lot of issues with it. So right now, I'm going to see if I really am banned from superchargers. I'm going to go up to Scottsdale because, of course, there's none over by my house. And I'm going to track the miles today, see what kind of mileage I'm getting with it. And I'm also going to go to another like normal charger, like the superchargers for other normal EV vehicles, and see how fast this thing can charge on just some of those, and just see what the ratings are and see what kind of that process entails. I've never really done it, especially with this car. I've done it with other Teslas that I've rented on the road, and my God, it's like a 10-hour charge. Like this one I have here is my portable one, and I've rigged it up so I can plug it into, a 220, 240 socket, but it's not fast either. I mean, it takes 8 hours to charge that thing on that particular charger, and that's really the best that Tesla can offer for at-home charging if you can't supercharge. Can you imagine you had one of these cars and a Porsche, and you did a funny stunt with it, and maybe you wrecked it or something, and Porsche said, one, you can only get it fixed through us, and two, we don't think it's safe. So now we also own all the gas stations, and we don't think it's safe for you to even drive it, so you can't fuel it up either. So now you got to run around town and fuel it at your house, because in that scenario, let's say you could charge it, you could fuel it at your house, but they own all the gas stations, so you can't go anywhere. You can't go on road trips or anything. So this sick week thing that I'm trying to do out in Florida is not going to be easy. I'm going to have to charge at hotels. I'm going to have to convince them to let me maybe pull a generator with one of my trucks or something as my fuel source, because I'm just in a weird conundrum here. I can't do anything like the normal ICE guys can do. And even if it's fuel up, at each individual stop, I at least need the generator there, because I can't rely on the tracks to have a 220, 240 volts that could charge me over the entire period of the day. And then maybe I get one run in at the end of the day when I'm finally fully charged. It's going to take a lot of strategy and a lot of Chet math. And you know, I'm really good with the Chet math. So right now, let's stop wasting time. I'm going to get out on the road with this car and see what it's acting like, and see if I'm getting the crap mileage, which I think I am, and see if I can get a supercharge on it, and see if I can maybe skirt the system for a little longer and take advantage of you know, on the road charging, and see if they were really did ban me or not. We'll find out. All right, guys, I'm on the road here. We are heading up to Scottsdale right now to go to the best supercharger that's closest to me. It charges at 72 kilowatts, and also it's not updating online. Like, it won't talk to GPS right now, so I have no maps on my on the car right now. It's like offline. Actually, the last place that it was registered was actually in at the racetrack. Isn't that convenient? It's kind of funny, like it's frozen there at the racetrack. Right now, the only thing I'm really kind of worried about is I'm driving all the way up there. I did have a blown CV joint, not the joint, the boot. Plastic got wrapped up in the boot when we were doing our thing, and it destroyed the boot. So I actually have a boot, got the grease, everything to do it. We were gonna do it ourselves, but I needed to get it in, so they saw it, they were going to go over that. We had to talk about that, and they were going to fix it. But as soon as they realized what had happened, they pulled their hands away from the car, wouldn't even touch it. They wouldn't even fix the CD boot. It's a physical thing. It's not electrical in any shape or form. They're talking like this car could be grounded to the chassis, and if anybody touches it, you could be electrocuted and die. Yeah. So I understand safety. I understand where the logic comes from. I don't know what you describe that as. My vocabulary is not big enough to describe. I don't even know how to say it. I don't know, guys. You do better than me. What do you do when somebody's like overly cautious, but they're not technically cautious? They're just using it as an excuse to avoid the situation and to irritate the living shit out of you. That's what Tesla does. Sorry, we can't help you here. They really don't care in that moment. You drove the car underwater. You're somehow an enemy of us now, and we don't agree with what you're doing to our beautiful Teslas. I don't know what their deal is. You could say you don't agree with it or not, and then just like treat me like a normal human being that bought your product that needs to get it fixed now. The whole go to a body shop, so I got to take it to a third party. Does that make sense to you guys? I got to take it to a third party to get it verified by a non-Tesla employee to see if it's safe or not. Now you go through your training. I understand you body shop. I understand that you go through Tesla approved training. You're telling me that Tesla at the shop can't do the diagnostics and check it themselves. Again, the same ass backwards logic that they've been using on why they can't touch the vehicle, because it's gonna kill somebody. So I don't know, guys. It's one of the most frustrating things to go through. I don't know if it's like my American privilege that I don't like being told what to do and being forced down a road. It's probably also that I'm self-employed. I've been that way a long time. I was born that way. I used to work and have real jobs, but once I realized I needed to be self-employed, there's no way I could ever go back. I'd rather literally live on the side of a river down somewhere in a van, I don't care, than have some jackass tell me what to do every day. And every boss I ever had was a jackass, right? So now that I'm the boss, does that make me the jackass? Shit. Whatever. I guess there's worse jackasses than me to work for. Yeah. But I think today's going to be a tell and tell. If they were bullshit about the supercharging thing, I can kind of get a gauge on how many miles. I just drove a mile and a half, and I burned 3 miles. I am in Plaid mode. You know what? I'm gonna change it from Plaid mode back to like kind of normal mode. I definitely don't need to drive on race week in normal mode. But you know what? Let's give it a pull right now. It's not drag strip mode, it's in sport mode. And let's just kind of see what it looks like. There's a cop right there. How you doing, Gilbert PD? I don't even know I'm saying that. I'm just lying. I'm actually south of the border. Going to get some margaritas, chips and salsa. All right, let's see if the camera will stay on the new mount that I got. Ooh. She's quick, man. She always kind of takes your breath away. Oh man, I look like an idiot, I bet. But yeah, so oh man, that's good. That's good. It kind of did top off at the end there. It wasn't really, I don't know. We'll see if it's full yank or not. I've been driving some quick cars lately. Like I got the Audi tuned last night and it's got 100 more horsepower, and I was like, nah, it doesn't feel that much different. Sorry, Rich, that tuned it. I know the dyno is not lying or anything. I don't know what's wrong with me. Haven't been that impressed. By the way, I went and saw Jackass last night. I mean, maybe it was a COVID thing, like how they had to shoot it. They couldn't shoot it like in normal 100% mode. Maybe they had to shoot it during COVID conditions still. So they had, yeah, it's pulling good. They had to shoot it like maybe in COVID conditions, like they had to wear masks, they had to get approvals, they couldn't like go big. You know what I mean? You can't go into a park and shoot with the public when COVID's around and all the things that we've been dealing with. So I've noticed, like movies, as a movie buff myself, that the shooting just hasn't been good. Like they're really in studio a lot to like control the environment, and it just seemed like they were doing backyard stuff a lot. You know, jumping on bikes and doing little skits here and there, not big out in public stuff. You know, correct me if I'm wrong, there probably was some big public stuff that they shot, but I didn't really remember it. You know, my buddy thought it was good, but I don't know. I have to see what you guys think. I think the other ones were just so good, and now they're introducing new people, which I don't mind. Anybody that wants to get hurt or get stung on the face by a scorpion, you know, that's still good stuff. I want to see that, but I just think that you know, it wasn't as good as what I think we're all going to hope. So I might be dead wrong, you know, but that's rarely the case. So I had 324 miles, just those little pulls right there. I just burned 8 miles in 3 miles. So let's get it into just sport mode and just see if that helps. Sport mode's really powerful. I think it still runs like a 12-second quarter mile. So I hope you guys are enjoying the talking head today. We're just going to shoot this vlog and see what's going on. Maybe we'll drop this quicker than normal. Our other stuff always is production. It's just Cody and I again. We had some help before, but now it's just back to me and him. And it's kind of, it's overwhelming. You know, you go out and shoot all day, and I got to have Cody. He's my guy. And then we got to go back and cut video. When I say we, I mean he. You know, I need my rest. I'm the talent here. Everybody knows that. And I need to look great all day. My zip pick nose that I have, I have freaking crap on my nose. And it's really hard because, like, I got all these ideas and all these things that we come up with, and then go shoot, and it's fantastic. And then it's like, oh, crap, now we got another hours of footage to go through to edit. And, you know, guys, like, this might just be a normal, easy vlog type thing that we've done before. But the other stuff is, like, really produced well, and Cody takes his time, and, you know, it's a struggle with time versus quality. And I think you guys all agree, like, my channel needs a better mix of, like, this type of stuff, which is quick and easy, and then the highly produced stuff. So we're working on that, and I think that's what we're going to do today. So, all right, guys, I'm pulling up to a supercharger now, and here is the ultimate test to see what is happening here. See if I can get... Oh, I have no cameras now. Those are not working. I'm assuming it's just a software update that needs to happen. Tesla would tell me otherwise. So. All right, guys, here's the test. This one. Okay. Let's see here. If we can get this thing to start charging. Starting to charge. It says it's charging. Oh, we just got time remaining. We have supercharging, fellas. Wow. It's only at 36 kilowatts an hour. I got 3 other people. It's an older charger. It's charging. Guys, we are not banned. I'm going to go over why I think it's not banned. The guys over there, from what I've seen, have been really overreacting to everything they've seen. And they've just been erring on the side of caution. So they never told me you're banned from superchargers. They told me, I asked them, does this mean that I'm banned from superchargers? And they agreed. If you guys know things in life, if you like put things into people's brains, they'll just, you know, and they think that's logical, they're going to agree, especially when they're trying to win a conversation or debate, especially with somebody like me, and that can be quite a pain in the ass. Well, I think what's going on is the Tesla is technically not totaled by anybody. Tesla never did a full inspection. I don't even think they did anything other than watch the video, maybe look around and see some water spots here or there and some dirt and some other things underneath the hood, underneath the plastic underneath the hood. That's what I think they did. I don't think they pulled the carpet out and looked at the computer. I don't think they did anything. I think they pulled it up from underneath the hood and then they watched the video and then they freaked out. So now to technically get this thing taken off the list, now Rich Rebuilds would be a great resource for this. He, you know, has some that are banned. And what happens is they go to a third party body shop. Now the body shop is now going to go through it. They're Tesla certified. And they're going to say, body, everything's fine there. You know, no problems there, obviously, with this car. And then they're going to go through and look through the connections and everything else. In my opinion, they may find something. They may find a glitch in the main computer. They may have to replace it. I don't know. I don't think there really is. I think it just, when I went through the water, the vehicle thought it was in an accident. And it errors out and gives 2 really hard codes. These hard codes cannot be cleared by anybody. And those codes, I know what's going on with Tesla is that those codes to the Tesla employees mean that needs to go to a body shop and be verified that it is not totaled. And then once it comes to them, then they can start repairing and doing whatever needs to be done, whatever the body shop needs to be done. And then you either can build it back and be a drivable car again, or it's totaled and the owner wants to make an insurance claim. That's not happening here. I'm not going to make an insurance claim. I never wanted to. I never wanted to make a warranty claim. I just needed to get this stinking software reset. So with these hard codes that Tesla has control of, I'm kind of stuck with this car that has no stability control, no traction control, and no brake regen. That's the only thing that I've had from day one after I drove it through the water. Now they're telling me the superchargers are going to be banned in so many words, and they're not. And I think what's going on is they really don't have the right to. They don't have a full inspection. They don't have a full confirmed third-party inspection, at least, that the car really is a total car, that it really is what they say it is. And I think liability-wise, they can't just rip my warranty away. They can't take away my supercharging abilities by some probably legal bounds that they just can't do that. And they're worried that they would probably lose in court if somebody like me would fight them over it. And I would fight them and bring you guys along for the ride, just to let you know what we're dealing with Tesla coming in and selling millions of cars in America. And this is what we're going to be dealing with. And I think guys like Rich Rebuilds and guys like me and some other guys out there are going to be the forefront guys showing, you know, what's really going on. And when real car guys get their hands on these things, like myself, and Rich, they're gonna have these big problems, and hopefully we can iron them out for you guys. I don't necessarily want to be the guinea pig, but if that's my duty at this point, well, then that's my duty, right? We're gonna go through it and hopefully get them to make some changes before you guys even get these things in the next 5-10 years. But when it comes to like vehicle maintenance and vehicle repair and their whole claim to this high voltage danger, is real, but it's not in every single case. You can't just claim that and then it becomes fact. That's not the truth at all. Everything that was exposed to water in this situation, in my situation, was a quick, 20-30 second thing that should be tested. I would go fight them in court if they tried to tell me the outside terminals were destroyed. Those all need to be water sealed. Those all need to handle a certain amount of flood and storm and everything else. They shouldn't be mounted on the outside of the vehicle. Now on the inside, that's a different story. I'm gonna handle all that if there are issues of things that got wet, that was my own fault. But things on the outside, that's a normal wear and tear. You can drive through a puddle, you can drive through a small river crossing as long as it's not up over the hood and everything else, right? They have to design it that way. The battery is 4 inches from the ground. When you're driving around it every single day, think of all the hazards that could come shoot up through the battery: rebar, road debris, water, you know? So for them to say that you have a high voltage electrical danger with this car, it's bullshit. And if there is, that's really their fault. They have a design flaw, and it's on the outside of the car, and it shouldn't have a problem. So at this point, I think it's in a gray area. Tesla wants me to believe that the first thing I need to do is take it to a repair place. Then they can confirm what their suspicions are, that it's totaled and it needs to have things fixed of whatever nature. But to confirm my suspicions, the car is driving just fine. I'm not going to take it there. I got to go to sick week. I got life, moves on, just like every American does, and other things come about. So I'm going to go out there and do what I want to do with this car that I paid for. And if I damage the car more because of my own negligence, then that's my own fault. Then I should be able to do that. The car's not going to spontaneously combust and explode on me. You know, who cares? Why does Tesla even care? Bad PR? If I burn myself up because I drove a car through water and they were right, great PR for them. We told you these things are dangerous. Long story short, guys, Tesla supercharging works. We're going to go to Florida. We're going to be able to charge like a normal human being and get these things topped off and max capacity. I'm excited. The only downside to this car is the suspension is atrocious. It's too soft. So when we launch, the whole car rocks back. And when you go into launch mode that I normally have, which I don't have with this car right now, it drops down in the front and does a nice forward pull, which probably is tenths of a second, in my opinion. And that's why suspension matters so much with drag cars at this speed and this weight, especially. So I have a few tricks up my sleeve. You guys are going to see it on this week. We're going to be, I'll just tell you, this whole thing's going to be a shell of a car. I have Lexan. I'm not a professional. I've never worked with it. I've never stripped doors off and put donor doors on that have nothing inside of them. I've never pulled a back hatch and made it into a Lexan window, and all the original parts of the car are going to stay stock. I'm literally pulling the doors off completely and keeping them intact, and then those should be, couple 100-pound doors. I'm going to be putting on, 40-pound doors. So we could have another additional weight savings of 200, 300, 400 pounds with just the doors and the rear hatch replacement that I'm trying to do, compared to when I ran a 9.09 and I had a 160-pound driver. So I don't have the driver situation set up yet, but good thing is Drew, who drove it on that one video, he lives in Bradenton basically. So we're there a couple times. So I'm definitely gonna be able to get him to come out. I trust him. If I can find any other lightweight drivers, maybe a female in the 100-pound range, that would be even better. I'll throw her in and let her rip this thing too. Good thing is I know Vic at Bradenton, so he's not gonna bust my balls with it being modified from where it was and everything else. Maybe we can get some really nice prep tracks. We've talked about this. He's ready to do whatever we need to do to maybe set the world record at his place, take the throne for that for a little while at least. And then we'll see what's next with the car. I'm really thinking I want to eventually just strip the whole entire thing out when we do the things we want to do, and basically turn it into a real race car. I'm going to preserve all the original parts, all the original interior and the doors and everything else. Bar me putting in a cage, which you have to weld in. That's more of a permanent thing. I'm really thinking I'm going to have fun with it over the next year or so. Road course it, drag race it if I can more. I have some other ideas to go even faster, which is my secret handbook. And then do the best I can, max this car out, and get the most from it, and why I bought the car, was to just let people know that electricity is coming, and what us gas or ice guys are going to deal with when we finally get an electric car. And it's not all it's cracked up to be. Yeah, they're fast and fun, but as you're seeing, I'm dealing with Tesla and some warranty issues and repair issues. So then I've thought maybe after I'm all done with it, retire it, or I don't know, put it all back together and then just drive it as a normal daily driver, and just really irk the crap out of people that I could have fun and strip a car out like that, and then preserve it, put it back together, and drive a real nice car every day. These are really comfortable, nice cars. Sitting at a Charger is kind of nice. We are really busy. Let me go over that real quick. When we sit at a Charger today, us guys, we're all busy. We're businessmen. A lot of us that are driving these now. The average person's probably starting to drive now that has a normal job, so they don't really have time to go sit in their car. But I can tell you, as my perspective, I love it. I can sit here with the air conditioning on, catch up on phone calls, catch up on things I need to do, text, watch a movie, relax, take a nap. I mean, these things are so comfortable. It's such a weird thing with how fast the world is moving and how fast everything has to happen for us. And we're going to be late. We're going to do this. And then you're forced to sit and take a charge. It's kind of a much needed break that we all need, and we all could really take advantage of. The other really kind of cool thing is the Tesla people, fairly normal people. I've literally loitered around and just started conversations with people. They're all great, most of them, and just normal ass people. And it's nice to talk with them. They're always curious about when I have the wrap on. Right now it's just black, but when I have the wrap on, they're like, oh, ask me about the wrap, or they'll ask me about being a plaid, or they've seen the video. So that's always fun to just talk with them and blow their mind that it drove underwater and now just a normal car. And quite frankly, I don't know why Tesla isn't just, why haven't they jumped on the bandwagon with this and really supported me and saying, look at how tough our cars are. This guy drove it underwater, clearly had water all in and out of the car, and it's still a safe, nice vehicle to drive. Now they're going to say we don't recommend you ever do that, but it's a testament to what they're building. We have some glitches and some other stuff, but I firmly believe it's not a real hardware thing. I really believe it's a software thing, and it's a fail-safe thing, and that's a safety measure that they put in place that's really holding me back. So with all that said, long talking heads today. I'm going to be done here. It says in 5 minutes. Okay, guys, so we have been planning this for quite a while, and it's basically Grand Turismo, what is this? Is it stage 2 lightning? I think this would be a stage 2 or 3, easy, right? So you start cutting out the doors, start putting Lexan windows, and dropping another couple 100 pounds is what we're really shooting for. So what we have here is a replacement tail hatch, and then we also have all doors. We have these 2 right now. We have 2 more that are going to be delivered. We can't really, they need a little body work. We got them off eBay, and these all needed a little body work and resprayed so they look decent. And they actually turned out really well. So don't cringe too much, guys. When we start cutting into these and everything else, these were $150 to $300 a piece, and there's no internals on them, so we're gonna have to replace a few parts that we need, latches and some other stuff that we ordered to try to make them functional. And then we're gonna be cutting and putting Lexan windows in for the rear and the side doors, plus full gut interior. Again, we have a new rim setup, tire setup that is identical to the Tesla sizes that they come with. Last time I didn't really pay much attention to that, and then I quickly realized that the car really does care what size the tires are, especially if they're matching front to back. So we went with the identical diameter, and we actually dropped down to an 18 in the rear and a 19 in the front, and they're about 50 pounds overall lighter than the stock setup. So we're pretty excited about that as well for rotational mass and just overall weight reduction as well. So right now we got to start cutting and get this thing, basically remounted back on the car and see what they look like, and fit and finish it and make it look decent. So this is where Cody and I are different. He's very specific and detailed. I am hack job, get it done. So we meet in the middle here, and hopefully we'll be able to knock out at least this and the other, and at least size it up, and then maybe do a little bit more work once we get into Florida and do it at the house there, the shop next door, and be able to finish it up and get it ready for the whole race week. So that's the project, and we'll check in later.
So how much time do we have?
So we have not any time. We have literally tonight. We can work all night and then until tomorrow, and then we got to get this loaded on the trailer, pulled by the new Audi, with my boy Robert, who's really never done anything like that, and it's probably the worst weather ever to hit the United States. So he's gonna hopefully drive south of it, but they're saying it's freezing in Texas again. So that's what he's got to drive through, and it's only about $300,000 in cars and stuff, so no big deal. All right, I know everybody on the planet is like, what is a Tesla doorway? This is the rear door of a Model S Plaid. Oh, actually, that's legit. Okay. $290. Empty door, nothing in it. $260. Yeah, so it's only 16 pounds. Also, we're cutting this out too, so we're gonna go even lighter. We're gonna be cutting out a lot of this internal, which would be probably another couple pounds, maybe. And all this stuff is double stamped all the way up into here. We might be able to get a couple more pounds out of each side. All right, guys, so part of the big weight savings is that we went all the way down to an 18-inch rear tire. There is some clearance issues. I'll show you right here. So this banjo bolt here, come all the way around, this banjo bolt here is hitting. So right now I'm gonna start grinding on it and just knock it down a little bit and get some clearance. This lower A-arm strut assembly here, right here, needs a little shave too, just to be safe. But other than that, now you know, Tesla hack, how to get an 18-inch rear on your Tesla Plaid. Well, we are heading out right now. When I say we, I mean Robert and my brand new Audi and my perfectly no glitched Tesla submarine. He is driving from Arizona to Florida as we speak. He's going to be heading out. One of the biggest storms to hit America is going across it right now. He's going to loop down through Dallas to try to avoid it, but he hasn't towed a vehicle in 8 years, and I think that was the first time and only time he ever towed a vehicle. So it's a great time to learn. You know, it's the perfect setup to learn on. Teaching somebody 101 trailer, just what you do with a trailer and how you hook it up and what you check on and tires and everything. It's really makes me really settled before I send them off on this 2,000-mile journey across America. So I think everything's gonna be perfect. I called in my insurance company and let them know I need to double everything right now and just lowered my deductible down to $200. She said, "Why did you do that?" I said, "You know, just you never know. You never know. Nice new vehicles." So anyhow, this guy's getting on the road. We're gonna be out there late Saturday, so basically Sunday. We're getting checked in for sick week then, and we're just gonna hope we, grip and rip it. We're gonna be lightening the car a little bit more. We have a few more things to do out there, and hopefully everything goes smoothly and the car's there when we get there and ready to rock and roll and have a nice, fun, enjoyable week with our friends out there. So we will catch up with you in a couple days. All right, you ready to go?
I'm very ready to go. For 10 hours a day.
So what do you think? 10 hours. Give me 12. All right. And then I'm thinking, so what do you think will happen if you wreck and total this?
I wouldn't even call, I just disappeared.
Where would you go?
I was gonna say Belize, but you'll probably be there at some point.
I'll find you.
Yeah, Belize, you'll find me.
I'll find you in Mexico too.
How would I tell you if I'm gonna disappear? Why would I tell you where I'm gonna go?
I just thought you were gonna say I just killed myself.
Nah, I want to live still, but I want to live, but I just don't want to be here in Arizona anymore.
Do you think like you lay low for like 5 years and it blow over?
No.
And then you just come strolling in with a bottle of Jack, and be like, oh, what? Hey, I haven't seen you forever. This is gonna work out perfectly, or go horribly wrong. Oh, geez, here we go. Good luck. Your life depends on it.